In this moment of clarity, I'll make a quick recording. This is a message to myself whenever I am feeling super unmotivated, super uninterested. Whenever I'm feeling unmotivated, there is something that is sitting in my subconscious that I think that I need to do, but if I frame it the right way, it's actually sitting there because it's what I want to do. And I'm interpreting that as something I must do. I'm interpreting something that I'm excited about as a burden. And the discomfort that I feel leading up to the thing that I need to do, leading up to actually doing the task. The discomfort is the stretching of the rubber band. And the more uncomfortable I am, the more it stretches. And the further it stretches, the stronger the release is. And so once I do the thing that I am excited to do, that I am telling myself I must do, then not only will I be relieved, but I will experience relief to the degree to which it was hurting me. To the degree to which I was telling myself that it was hurting me. The thing is never actually hurting me. This is how the duality of excitement works. In order to be excited for something, there must be a build-up. Without a build-up, there is no excitement. And so it would benefit me to stop interpreting the build-up of excitement as discomfort. I think I've become impatient, and I want the excitement now. I don't want it to build up, I want it to happen now. That music's a little too loud. So if I can perceive the excitement and recognize what it is that I actually want to do, instead of sitting there and feeling overwhelmed, I can take control of the situation. You see, the resistance to the experience that I'm actually excited for, that resistance is because I'm leaving that experience to work on autopilot. Which means once I do the experience in this autopilot state, I'm going to be uncomfortable and it may not even go well. Whereas if I take control of my reality, if I step back into the creator mindset, the creator, if I identify with the creator aspect of myself, then I can turn that experience in my imagination into whatever I want it to be. Let's say there's an event coming up and I really don't want to do it, but I'm telling myself, oh, I just gotta get it over with. And I'm doing everything I can to distract myself from that event. Well, the reason I'm distracting myself from that event is because right now in my current state, when that event occurs, it won't be fun, I will have a bad time, and I'll come out of it pretty much wishing I didn't have to go to it. But I'm like, oh, okay, I got it done. Oh, I'm so fatigued. Well, finally it's over. Okay. The other thing I can do is recognize when I feel that resistance, recognize when that rubber band is starting to stretch, then go into my mind and imagine all the possible ways that that event could go. Imagine it at its worst, at its best, and everything in between, all the different scenarios. Then pick the one that I prefer, pick the one that I choose to experience. Let's say I have a presentation coming up, and I'm really avoiding it because I'm just telling myself, oh, I just gotta get this done. Which means it's going to go poorly when I do it because everyone's going to experience that energy of, oh, we just got to get this done. If I go into my imagination before the presentation happens, as I'm feeling that resistance, the stretching of the rubber band, then I can imagine it the way I want it to be, which is I do an amazing job and we wrap up whatever it is that needs to be wrapped up. Instead of just going through the motions, we're actually making progress and we're doing a good job and everyone's appreciative and everyone's having a good time. It feels productive. It's not just going through it, it feels productive. Imagine that however I want. Play that scene on times 1,000 speed. Play it a million times. Boom. That's now going to be my experience. When I do the presentation, the outcome will align with whatever I played in my head 1,000 times. So, when I'm feeling resistance, stop, recognize it, step out of the autopilot mode and go into my imagination and create the experience that I want to create the experience that I want to have. Excitement is not something that just comes to me. Excitement is something that I engage in. Creation is my default state. And although I'm doing it at every moment, although every single moment is a creation, I must step out of the autopilot mode in order to create the existence of excitement, the experiences of excitement. And once I've created those so that they're evident in my experience enough that I no longer have to go into my imagination, I can just reflect back to the experience I'm having. I experience excitement, I feel excited, I experience more excitement, I feel excitement. And I just snowball that. But the default is the default wherever you are. I must step out of the default if I'm not enjoying it. Better way to say that probably is if I don't like my current repeating experiences, then I must step into my imagination and create something new. If I am resisting an experience, if I'm feeling stressed leading up to something, recognize it and then turn that resistance into excitement. Turn the tension, the thing that makes me say, I don't want to experience that, turn that into the opposite. The degree to which I resist something is the degree to which I can be excited for it. I think that is the most key point that I want to explain. If I really am resisting something, it means if I frame it in the right way in my mind, then I can be really excited for that thing. And it's there. I don't get to choose whether it's there or not, it's there. So I may as well get myself excited for it. Then I can have more experiences that are exciting until my whole life is exciting. Alright, bye bye.